Hey guys, so today we're going to see what I got from Baker Creek. If you don't know what Baker Creek is, it is a seed company that you can get heirloom seeds that you can't normally find at like general nurseries or other seed places like that. So stay tuned and I'll show you what I got. Alright, so normally I'd like to show the fun little package that it came in, which this is a bubble package, but I was impatient. I needed to look at them. I had to see because I was supposed to get a free pack of seeds. So I really wanted to know. I just couldn't wait. So that being said, I decided to sort these out into two categories. Frost hardy and not frost hardy. So things you could start when it's colder and like the wintry weather for the hotter states, and then the more fall weather for the colder states. So we're going to start with, let's do it the frost hardy ones first. Okay, so right on top here, the free seed pack I got was the kale, and it's the Russian red. I'm super excited because I bought a thing of kale from Gurney's. It didn't pan out. I'm still going to try to see if I can get any seed to possibly germinate. At least one I'm hoping for. That'd be nice. But so far every seed I've tried doesn't germinate at all. So this one is a cold hardy, or frost hardy I should say. It sprouts in about 6 to 9 days. The ideal temperatures for it is 45 to 85 degrees. So like I said, fall, springtime, or in my case, it's still in the range of winter. So for some of you, you can venture off into winter if you're a warmer zone. I'm a zone 9B, I want to say. Takes about 6 to 12 hours of sunlight for this to grow properly. And then I got, looks like, well, it doesn't say actually, but I want to say it's over 20 seeds in here. This is a 50-day variety, and you can see from the package it gives a nice purpley red kind of color right here. And this one says that the taste is very good, especially when suited for baby greens. So if you get it while it's still small. The next one I have is butterfly milkweed. So this is for monarch butterflies. Now, not every place has monarchs, but I do know that they travel between Arizona and Mexico when they do their migration. So I thought that maybe they could come into my yard if they come through this area. Or just anything that likes milkweed for that matter. Now, if you have pets, small children, or if you're just curious in yourself, don't eat this. It's not consumable. It's just a pretty flower. It's only consumable for the monarch butterflies and other pests or insects, whatever you want to call them. Depends on your preference, I suppose. So yeah, this is a really pretty orange one. This one sprouts in about 14 to 21 days, so it takes a little longer. The ideal temperatures for it are 65 to 70, so a little bit more on the spring side. It does take a frost pretty well. Again, another 6 to 12 hours of sun. You get these pretty orange flowers, so I thought that was pretty cool. I wanted to give it a try. Alright, keeping on with the flowers, we have giant rattle poppies. So you can see here that it's got a pretty poppy flower, and then these giant green balls, and those balls are full of poppy seeds. And they're also called bread poppies because what you do is you harvest the seeds out of this and you make like poppy seed muffins and stuff like that. There's a lot of them in there. So I thought that was pretty cool. Not ghoul. You get approximately 300 seeds in this pack, by the way. Oh, and the other one was about 40. So this one is also a 14 to 21 day. Its ideal temperatures is about 60 to 65. So this one specifically says seed depth is surface sow. So some of these they want you to go about 1/4 of an inch down or so. Some of them are just barely covered on the top. You can give this one about 8 to 12 hours, so this one would be more so after your frost date, when you have a little bit more sunshine during your day. But I thought this was pretty cool for getting lots of poppy seeds. Alright, another poppy I got was the Black Peon. And this one you get about 600 seeds in the pack. You get this very stunning purpley black color. If you can see that, I'm not sure if you can. So this one is 14 to 21 days to sprout. Ideal temperatures again 60 to 65 and 8 to 12 hours of sunshine. This one isn't a surface sow. This one's about 1/4 of an inch deep. So I mean, you could do what you think is best for your plants, but they give you their ideas for this. Let's see. You can get... Oh, this one doesn't do... there's a flower I have that does different colors. Let's see, anything else? No, there's nothing really else about this. But yeah, again, I just thought this was pretty. I know a lot of insects around here like the really colorful flowers, so I thought that'd be nice. And I like purple. Alright, speaking of purple, I have a Black Nebula carrot pack. You get about 300 seeds in this. These sprout in about 12 to 18 days. Their ideal temperature is about 50 to 75. Again, that's kind of my temperatures range right now, anywhere between 40 to 60 on a good day. They are frost hardy, and for these, it would be more so the actual carrots themselves, not necessarily the tops. The tops are going to be like your everyday plant that doesn't necessarily like a frost. But these ones only take about 6 to 8 hours of sun. Carrots can be picky from what I understand, but these are supposed to be pretty good in just about any kind of environment, but though they do suggest light fluffy soil for best results. Okay, another one is the new Kuroda. It's Japanese, people. Work with me here. I said in my head just fine. Alright, so this is an improvement on the famous Kuroda. We're going to call it the Kuroda. Type carrot from Japan. It's supposed to be sugary sweet. The texture is supposed to be ultra fine grain. Let's see. This one says it can go through any kind of soil and it is heat tolerant. The ideal temperatures for it is 50 to 75, so I'm assuming if you had these carrots in late spring, maybe early summer, they'd be okay depending on your location, I would assume. So yeah, sprouts in 12 to 18 days, ideal temperature 50 to 75, does a frost hardy, yes, minimum is 6 to 8 hours. But yeah, these are supposed to be like your standard carrot color. I got some dill. Also frost hardy, sprouts in 7 to 21 days. The ideal temperature is 55 to 85. And 8 to 12 hours of sun. This is an annual. It's an early flowering with large seed heads. So these little yellow pieces here, you can see them. The little yellow things are supposed to be the seeds. This is one of those that you can, it says pour soil for best flavor. Now that kind of threw me off because generally you want to put the best kind of soil with your plants. But hey, I mean, I don't have the greatest soil, so we'll see. But like most things, you can harvest the whole entire plant, or you can just cut at it to get what you need when you need it. It does grow at about 3 to 4 feet tall. Okay, I only got 2 left for this group. So this is a perennial. It is wild thyme, also called creeping thyme. So it's a different type of thyme. It's going to stay like low to the ground instead of bush out really big. So this one forms thick mats with tiny rose purple flowers, very fragrant, used for edging in between stepping stones. So depending on your garden layout, you can use this as a filler if you don't have enough stones to go through, and it's edible, so that works too. Alright, you can start this inside or you can start this outside, depending on when you want to start it. And it says shear old plants for compact growth. So I'm assuming when they start out, they're like sparse, but when you start to kind of cut them down a little bit, they kind of compactly grow. And there's more information, a Baker Creek seeds, which is also rareseeds.com. But this one sprouts in about 14 to 28 days. The ideal temperature for it is a flat 70. The minimum hours is 8 to 12. This is a surface sow as well. The last one for the Frost Hardy collection is Majorum. It's a fragrant and flavorful herb that grows pretty easy. It's a popular season plant. So just about everybody uses this in all of their different cultures. It's a somewhat tender perennial, often grown as an annual, so that's not too bad. It does like it does like really good soil, not light soil. It sprouts in about 1 to 2 weeks. The ideal temperature for it is 72 to 76 degrees, and this is all Fahrenheit, by the way. It's a surface sow plant, so you just sprinkle it on top, put a little layer of dirt over it, and it's all good. And the minimum hours is 8 to 12 hours for that. So that's not bad. That's about 9 seed packs right there. And I think I stopped saying how many seeds come in it. So Majorum's 800 seeds, thyme is 200 seeds, dill is 300 seeds, the Kedora carrot is 800 seeds, the nebula is 300 seeds, the black poppy 600 seeds, the rattle poppy is 300, and the milkweed butterfly is 40 seeds, and we don't know this one. So that's all of the seed counts for those. So not bad. They range between $2 to $4 per pack, so a little on the pricey side, but again, they're supposed to be heirloom, they're supposed to be non-GMO, they're supposed to be seeds you don't normally find very often in normal places. So there's that. So now moving on to the non-frost hardy ones. To start it off, we've got the Sweetheart cherries. These cute little things here. They're supposed to be like a bunching group of cherries. So not quite like tiny ones, but still on the small side. These are 60-day varieties. You get about 2 ounces of fruit. That means the entire thing. So they are small. Either a blue and scarlet and gold color. So if you can see, there's like this purple color, which is kind of like the blue. Then you got the gold. And then you'll have the red, which is the scarlet. These are 7 to 14 days. Their ideal temperatures are 75 to 95, so spring to summer. For those who have cool summers, you need 8 to 12 hours per plant. Let's see. They claim that these resemble a bowl of luminous gems, so I'm assuming when you put them in a bowl, they look like pretty little gems. They're supposed to be a I can't say this word, oh my goodness. Decadent, there we go, and indulgent flavor, sweet and tart, perfectly balanced, extremely productive. So they're saying that this is an obvious choice for farmers and farmer markets. Wow, that was a mouthful apparently. And you get 10 seeds in here, so it was $3.50. I'm not happy on the seed count for this one, but if they grow well, I'll just keep the seeds from it. Alright, so moving on. The Blue Lake Bush 274 beans. This is a bushing bean. I've had pinto beans outside. I couldn't think of what I had. I have pinto beans still kind of clinging on to life out there that I need to take down. They need to be supported. They grow up. Well, they can grow out if you didn't have support, but I prefer them to grow up. A lot of people do. And these don't need staking, so I thought that'd be nice. I can stick them kind of anywhere. I can make a border out of them if I wanted to, and I wouldn't have to worry about support necessarily. So they, let's see, where is it? Delicious, tender, crisp pods have been a garden standard for decades. Early cropper. Yeah, it says early cropper. I can't read apparently. Very productive. Some of these actually say like how long into their history they've been seeds for. And by that I mean like how many years back can I say that this seed has been used? Okay, so this one is a 7 to 14 day sprouter. It is 70 to 80 degrees for their ideal temperature, and it needs 8 to 12 hours of sunshine. Let's see, and that one comes with 40 seeds. This one has 25 seeds. It's the Dr. Witchy's yellow tomato. So if you watch Root and Refuge Farm, like I do, she has Dr. Witchy tomatoes. And I don't know if she has this one, or if it's just like a red one. But her tomatoes are huge, like super big. So I was like, I need to try this tomato. I need this tomato in my life. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it. So this one is a standout heirloom from the late Dr. John Witchy. The 1 pound growing tangerine orange fruit is solid and smooth texture, tropical sweet taste, heavy yields, productive. No further information. 7 to 14 days. Ideal temperature is 75 to 95, and it needs 8 to 12 hours of sunshine. There is more information about like how far apart, the seed depth, stuff like that, but you can look. Alright, and that, yeah, 25 seeds for that one. Okay, this one is dragon tongue bean, another bush bean. It comes with 40 seeds. It is a why do I want to say everything backwards? 7 to 14 day. It's a 70 to 80 degree temperature for its ideal temperature. Let's see, it needs 8 to 12 hours. No, that one didn't say how many days it is. Let's see, this one, not all of them say how many day plants they are. So you kind of have to go with it, I guess. This is a Dutch heirloom bean. It has incomparable flavor. Yields stunning yellow-purple striped snaps, tasty shell beans. So with that, you can use this as a snap bean, or you can use it as a shelling bean. A children's garden favorite. So this is one of those things you can grow out with your kids. It's pretty, it's vibrant, they're gonna love it. It looks really interesting and cool. And because it's called dragon tongue, you can tell your kids it's a dragon's tongue. Alright, these are soaking beans, so you do need to soak them overnight before you plant them, so to promote growth and make it easier, and also to pick them often to promote them to produce more. So if you pick them one time and that's it, they're not going to produce more than that. So yeah. Okay, so this is called Moon and Star Watermelon, and I thought this was pretty cool. And I do believe this is the orange center variety, so when you cut it in half, it's supposed to be orange on the inside, I do believe. There was 2 different types. There was a red one and an orange one when I looked the first time. And I was like, okay, I want the orange one. But then when I looked again, it only gave me one option, and I didn't see if it said which one it was. So, alright, the legendary and beloved heirloom, originally introduced by Peter Henderson and Co. in 1926. This large, up to 40-pound fruit, green spangled in gold, stunning and delicious. So this one says to amend with compost and make sure it has plenty of water. So this one, it's going to be a heavy feeder, since they are already stating make sure you have plenty of nutrients available by amending with compost. This sprouts in about 5 to 10 days. The ideal temperatures is about 70 to 95, and it takes about 8 to 12 hours of sun minimum for this to grow. And you get 25 seeds with that. Okay. This is the Bosque Blueberry Bumblebee Tomato. Now, I heard the name, it sounded adorable. I couldn't just say no. It's a 75-day grower. You get brilliant 2-inch blue orbs, so these ones are going to be slightly bigger than the cherry tomato ones. And they're a little close in color. So here's the bumblebees. Cute little bumblebees, purple and yellow. And again, comparing them to the cherries, they're a little bit close in color, especially like that one right there. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I had to look at both of them just to make sure I didn't grab two of the same one. Alright, so this takes about 7 to 14 days. The ideal temperature is 75 to 95 and 8 to 12 hours of sunshine. And the 7 to 14 days is always how long it takes for the sprout to come above ground. So when I'm telling you how many days it takes, it's not till it's mature, it's until you can start seeing the plant. And then from there, it goes until it's fully mature. Alright, so it's a yellow tomato and it'll have blue shoulders, or they'll look purple maybe depending on how much light they get. They're perfect for snacking, salads, or centerpiece in display markets. So again, they're hoping that people are taking these to market for everyone. Alright, we have the peppermint stick balsam. Alright. So this one right here is called the peppermint stick balsam. It looks like a peppermint stick. It's an annual, a balsam variety, lovely red and white malted single blooms really make a beautiful statement in the garden. This one takes about 7 to 15 days. The ideal temperature is 60 to 90 degrees. 6 to 8 hours is its minimum. Let's see. It does like full sun to part shade, and the average soil is fine. So your average soil in your area should be fine. This is a plant that doesn't mind a little shade. It doesn't mind to be in full sun either. And then if you live where I live, in the middle of the desert, partly shaded plants are awesome. Alright, here is my black trumpet. I'm going to sound it out because I still don't know how to say it. It's salpiglosis, I think is what it says. I'll let y'all look at it. There you go. But these beautiful, beautiful ebony to purple flowers there. It's a bewitching blooms run from burgundy to deep obsidian. Oh, my bad, not ebony. Obsidian. Still black. With a stark gold eye center. Yeah. The Gothic bloom with a with depth of personality. Sturdy stem, excellent cutting flowers, adds drama to an arrangement. This half-hardy annual, 19 inches tall and 11 inches wide, so it bushes up and out pretty big. I thought this would be really pretty because I wanted some flowers and everything, so that's nice. Alright, this one is one of my longer sprouting days, so this is 14 to 30 days, so it could take up to a whole month for one of these to sprout. 70 to 75 is its ideal temperatures. 6 to 12 hours of sunshine is what it prefers. Alright, so you can do this in full or filtered shade. And it likes late spring to cool summer conditions. And it's stating to, when it says deadhead, basically if you want to keep this producing, you just snip off some flowers, make them look all pretty wherever you want them to be, give them to a friend, and then it'll produce more. It's kind of like picking a bean and making it make more for you, or picking a tomato. You're just cutting it. Alright, here's another one. Oh, and you get, where is it? 50 seeds in that one. I don't know if I told you about the other one. The peppermint stick has 65. and the blueberry, or the blue bumblebee, had 15. So even this one didn't have very many seeds, but it's a little bit more than the other one, so it's not that bad. I think the average pack is like 20. I would have liked to see 20 for both of them, but you know, it is what it is. Excuse me. Alright, so this one, it has 15 seeds, and it is called a tiger melon. Isn't that pretty? I saw this and I just had to get it, wanted to try it. It's Armenian melon from the market in a mountain village. Vibrant yellow and brilliant fire red, zigzag stripes. Amazing fragrance, dry conditions produces the sweetest fruit. So, if you have low humidity, it's supposed to be super sweet. But if you have like high humidity, it might just be average, depending on your area, I suppose. The melons prefer slightly sandy, very rich, well-drained soil. Don't overwater it, especially when the fruit is maturing. So you just be mindful that the fruit absorbs a lot of water and it can cause it to split open. I had a cantaloupe in my garden. It was like, you know, it was probably about the size of that one right there. That one right there. And it rained, and within 2 days it cracked all the way open down the middle, and I couldn't save it, and I was all sad. So this one takes 7 to 14 days. It does prefer 75 to 90 degree temperatures, and it is 8 to 12 hours of sunshine. So there you go for that one. A lot of these are early spring plants, so sorry, there was a spider. So when you live in a drier, hotter environment, your springtime's early because you don't have a springtime. It's just we're basing it off of the normal states that have all 4 seasons, and they're very noticeable. So here we have zinnias right here, and I've seen zinnias be mentioned by lots of people that grow in this area. I've seen them at my garden store. I just wanted to get this particular one. This is the Peruviana zinnia. It's a native flower of the South America, so again, definitely not something you want to have when it's super cold. Let's see. This simple yet stunning annual flower reaches about 2 feet tall and will attract tons of pollinators to your beds, borders, and container, or wildflower meadows. So if you have a cutting garden, and a cutting garden would be anything with flowers that you use for centerpieces, artwork, whatever you're doing with it, strictly for the flowers, this would be a good little addition. It keeps all the bees and all that happy. Let's see, anything requires full sun, rich soil, moderate moisture to attain perfection. Cut frequently or remove spent flowers for high production. So when they say remove spent flowers, what you can do is you just take the flower, drop it to the bottom of wherever it's planted, and you actually might get some more to grow in that same area. But you can just remove them and save them if you wanted to do a dry flower thing. Oh, and that one has 50 seeds. The tiger melon had 15. Alright, so this one is called Aunt Molly's Ground Cherry. Again, I'm going to shout out Roots and Refuge again, because that's where I keep seeing some of these. She had one that was pineapple flavored, I think is what it was. I don't know if it was this particular one, or if it's just supposed to taste kind of like a pineapple. But this is a Polish heirloom variety, has an ultra fine flavor, very sweet, with a nice hint of tartness. An excellent choice for pies and preserves. And these look like tomatillos almost, but that's only because a tomatillo is related to gooseberries, and gooseberries are related to these also, which is why they have that paper little husk around them. So they're also like little lanterns. So you would just peel that back and then just eat the fruit inside. And they drop onto the ground when they're ripe. Okay, these take 6 to 14 days. 70 to 90 degree temperature is their ideal temperature, and 6 to 12 hours of sunshine. This says do not let the soil dry out. So this one is one of those that needs water, or at least a light moisture constantly. And my last one I have is the Kajari melon. Alright, collected by Joseph Simcox in India, and an unusual yet beautiful copper red striped with green and cream. Very sweet, pale flesh. So you can see it looks like a honeydew almost. Others prefer slightly sandy, very rich, well-drained soil. And again, don't over-ripen it, especially when the melons are maturing. This takes 7 to 14 days at like 75 to 90 degree temperatures and 8 to 12 hours. All of this collectively, except for this one was free, so that cost $0. But all of these collectively is $63. Here it is. Yeah, $63 flat. There was no shipping cost, so if there was any extra charge, it would have been in tax, which I don't see it listed here. But I'm assuming it's included in there. They give you this paper receipt instead of, it's like an actual receipt paper instead of like just a piece of paper on there. So, but yeah, I have 2 more in the mail, well, gonna be in the mail soon, that I'm gonna show you guys when it gets here. One was out of stock for like ever. No one can get it. I saw everyone posting about it, but I couldn't find this stupid little plant. And then the other one was just something I really wanted to try. That wasn't in stock last time when I looked and got seeds, but it was when I looked to go get the one that I really, really wanted. So I was like, okay, wasn't that much. So it was like, for that order, it's like $7.50, $7.25, I think. I'd have to look when it gets here. But it wasn't a big order, it was just like 2 things. These are, like I said, a little on the pricey side, so it just kind of, it is how you want to take it for price range. I know my husband's not always thrilled about that. Oh goodness, sorry, I've been at work talking all day. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys these. I think the frost hardy ones, I'm going to pick through here. I'm going to plant some of them. For sure the kale. That's definitely going to be some of the ones that I plant. Things like the carrots, I think I'm going to wait until I can get some. I want to use cocoa peat for some things, but I also want to get like potting soil maybe, or just raised bed garden mix instead, to use my grow tubs that I have, that I've put on another video from when I got from Gurney's, and fill those up and see if maybe they will grow really well in that, because my soil is not light and fluffy, it's actually more clay-like, so hopefully I can see if they grow in that really well. And also I want to plant like maybe 1 or 2 in my soil and see how they fare that way as well, because I'm also going to be doing up another section of my garden, so that way I have a little bit more room. And then with the grow tubs, I can kind of just put them wherever and it'll be fine. So I'll do some more updates when I get that stuff all set up. I'm hoping if things fare well financially, because bills suck, I can start that sooner rather than later. But if I have to do later, it's probably going to be sometime in February before you see that update. Well, thank you guys for sticking around this long. I know it's been a little bit of a rambly session, but I just wanted to kind of get all the information I knew about it out. I think these seeds are pretty nice for what they are. I don't know how they're going to grow yet, because I haven't gotten that far yet. But we will see hopefully soon and whatnot. Oh, another thing I wanted to update on while we're doing it. So I had to bring these guys inside. Right here. And that's supposed to be my sweet basil, and that one in the back is the same thing. And then this is regular basil right here, and that's Greek basil right there. But they're not doing so hot. In fact, that one looked like it died, if I were to be honest. So, any thoughts, opinions on what to do with them? Because they weren't doing so great with the cold weather, and they're not so great inside my house. My house is about 70 degrees, give or take. Well, the thermostat's set to like 74, so it's not extremely hot either. Anybody got any advice for that? Because I don't know. And I don't want them to go away because we had to actually pay a nursery for them, and I'm all sad because they don't look like they're doing so well. Well, anyways, if you guys could help, or at least give a thought and opinion down in the comments, that'd be very appreciative. But if you guys could like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification. It should live somewhere over here. So that way you can see all my updated videos and everything that I do. I don't do a lot of videos, a lot, but I do them when I can. So thank you guys for watching again, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.